Human health and diseases. Health means a state of physical, mental, and social well being. Infectious disease. The disease that is caused by pathogens like bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, and helminth. The following are some of the common diseases in humans. Typhoid. Typhoid is caused by the bacteria Salmonella typhi. The symptoms are characterized by high fever, stomach pain, constipation, headache, loss of appetite, severe intestinal perforation, even death. And it can be diagnosed by Vidal test. Next is pneumonia. Pneumonia is caused by bacteria Streptococcus pneumoniae or Haemophilus influenzae, and it's characterized by fever, chill, cough, headache, and the bacteria infects the lung alveoli. After infecting the lung alveoli, it gets filled with mucus, and that results in all these symptoms. Typhoid spreads through contaminated food and water, whereas pneumonia spreads through air by inhaling the infected droplets. Common cold. Common cold is caused by a virus called rhinovirus. They cause congestion, discharge, and the mucus, that is runny nose, sore throat, cough, headache, and it gets transmitted through the contaminated objects, like if an affected person is holding a glass or heap of books, and if it is shared with an unaffected person, these discharges will get transferred to that person. Malaria. Malaria is caused by the protozoa Plasmodium. They are of different types. It can be Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malaria, Plasmodium falciparum, in which Plasmodium falciparum can prove fatal too. It's quite serious. And the Plasmodium is been carried by the vector mosquito. So when the mosquito bites the human beings, it enters our skin and then it flourishes in the liver, RBC. There they will form the gametocytes, and the fusion happens inside the gut of mosquito. Amoebiasis is caused by Entamoeba histolytica. It causes amoebic dysentery, constipation with blood clot, abdominal pain and cramps, and its housefly acts as a vector when transmitting the disease. The food that is contaminated with this protozoa and by the fecal matter and contaminated water, it spreads. The next is ascariasis. Ascariasis is caused by ascaris or roundworm. It enters into the intestine. It's a parasite. It causes internal bleeding, muscular pain, fever, anemia. The worms blocks the internal passage of the intestine, and then it is carried by eggs in the fecal matter. It spreads through eggs in fecal matter. Elephantiasis. This disease is caused by Buchereria bancrofti. Also called as filarial worm. They are actually transmitted through vectors like mosquito. And once this worm enters into the body, it infects
lymphatic vessels and lymphatic glands, and they cause swelling in those organs. So there will be swelling of legs. So wherever the lymph vessels passes in the body, and those vessels will get inflamed by this filarial worm, and thus it's called elephantiasis. Next is ringworm disease. It's not a worm actually. This ringworm disease is caused by fungi that falls under the genera Epidermophyton. Trichophyton and Microsporum. So this is how ringworm infection looks like. So they have these scaly lesions, and they are circular. How to prevent these diseases? That depends upon how is this disease caused. If it is an airborne disease, like common cold, pneumonia, contact with infected person should be avoided. Then personal hygiene, cleaning body, then having nutritious food like fruits and vegetables, then public hygiene, no water stagnation, and spraying of insecticides. Gambusia fishes are also used. Vaccines can also prevent some of the diseases like diphtheria, polio, tetanus, and if it is a bacterial disease, antibiotics can be taken.